Hi everybody, Dr. Keesha here with Mira Desi, the ingredient guru. Your ingredient guru who tells you how to really look at labels to be able to see what you're eating, if there are any hidden things in there that are going to inhibit your ability to have the most vitality from your life that you deserve to have. So, Mira.
Yes?
How did you get to this place, to do this in the first place?
Well, that's a really long story, but...
Shorten it.
So the Reader's Digest version is, I was working in a different field and I started to get really, really sick. It got to the point where I was fainting a lot. I couldn't walk up a flight of stairs. I was having all kinds of health problems. And eventually I discovered that I was diagnosed with 5 different autoimmune disorders.
5.
And my primary disorder diagnosis was ulcerative colitis. And so from there,
do you have that now?
I do, but it's healing. My last GI scope, they showed me that 2 sections of my colon are completely healed.
See, it's reversible, you guys. It's reversible. Okay.
And so what happened is I had a lot of doctors, I had a lot of medication, and they wanted to just do more of that. Nobody ever talked to me about my food. And I learned that food is just so important. It has such a huge impact on our overall wellness. On every single body system we have, food is what matters. And I began to learn more. I began to change my diet. Lots of arguments with my kids about that one, but I did
We all
win.
go through it as mothers, yes.
And here's the thing. All of a sudden, my health started to return, and I began to have more energy and more vitality. And eventually I went to school because I taught myself everything I could, learned more, wound up writing a book, The Pantry Principle, How to Read the Label and Understand What's Really in Your Food. And then from there, I was just on a mission to help other people understand. You know, there are several lies that we're told. There are lies. I'm just going to call them out. We're taught that a calorie is a calorie is a calorie, and they're all the same. And the answer is no, they're not. Because, you know, my favorite example is 100 calories. They sell all those 100-calorie snack pack things, and if you read those labels, they are full of junk. Tons of ingredients, lots of sugar, lots of garbage, very little nutrition.
Not food.
Not food.
Right.
And then you have an apple. Nature's perfect 100-calorie snack pack. So there's a huge difference in terms of what nourishes your body and what really feeds you. And so that was one lie. The other lie was what you eat doesn't matter, doesn't impact your health. And I am here to tell you that I am a living, walking, breathing example. And there are lots of other people out there who can attest to this as well. Because once you begin to change your diet, you begin to change how you feel, how you operate, how you move through the world.
How your mind works.
How your mind works, how you sleep, what your energy levels are. You also lose all the cravings for all that crappy garbage food, because guess what? Those foods are specifically designed to impact your neurotransmitters. Food manufacturers spend tens of millions of dollars to find what they call the sweet spot.
Getting you addicted.
Exactly.
That's right.
And when you get off that stuff, you're not addicted to it anymore. And so it really is about learning how to make healthy choices to nourish and love your body.
My rheumatologist told me food had nothing to do with it 22 years ago when I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, which I no longer have. And it's such a lie. Okay, so Mira, you have a downloadable sheet. You have guides that people can go to your website.
Yes.
So give that, and we're going to move into another subject here really quickly.
Sure. So my website is theingredientguru.com, and I have 2 great free giveaways. One is a kitchen cleanup, which is nothing to do with food really, but a lot to do with some of the things. Well, there's some food on there, but it's about keeping a cleaner kitchen. And
chemicals.
then the chemicals and pots and pans and getting rid of dirty sponges and ugh.
Yes.
And then the other is I have a free food mood journal that you can download to help you learn how to chart your diet, because if you're not journaling it, you're not going to have as easy a time when it comes to learning how to get rid of it.
All right, so this leads us to food for thought.
Yes.
Okay, so mindfulness. And oftentimes when people hear the term mindfulness, they think of meditation. Because mindfulness meditation, right?
Yes.
Well, the thing of it is, and why I had this conversation start the way we did, is because food equals mood, and your ability to be mindful is impacted by what you put on the end of your fork and in your cup.
Absolutely.
Right? Okay, so Mira has these great resources for that, but then she also has another great resource for developing mindfulness and really being able to enjoy your life and having a more meditative, contemplative ability to get the information you need from your higher self, from God, and be able to put it into action into your life. And I call that sacred activism. So
Yeah,
talk
I
about
love that.
she has a great book, which of course my husband did the foreword too.
Yes,
And I have a little blurby in it too.
And you have a blurby in
Yes.
it too. I just love that. The book is called Beyond Meditation, Making Mindfulness Accessible for Everyone. Here's the thing. Most people, when they think of meditation, they think about sitting in lotus position with their hands in mudra going, Om, and being like serene and peaceful.
And if they can't cross their legs and sit on the floor, then they're failing.
Or if they can't hold still for 20 minutes or an hour, they think, oh, I'm a failure. I can't do that.
Right.
I'm here to tell you that you don't have to sit there for 20 minutes. If you can't do that, try 2. Start somewhere. If you can't do that, just do some breathing. If you can't do that, do some journaling. Like, there are lots of different ways to be mindful and to incorporate that. So the book is a really great resource. It's got a lot of essays in it that are helpful and supportive. I love your story, which is wonderful. But then there are also some inspiration pages, these beautiful pages with a meditative quote. And then the back half of the book is all kinds of worksheets and exercises and things like that. Because one of the other things, I'm going to tell you a little secret, you'll read it in the book, but I'll share a little nugget. I am a meditation dropout. I tried it, it didn't work, and so I began this journey to try and find all these different things. I found so many different things that worked for just a little while until I finally hit my meditative practice, which I'll tell you about in just a second. But what I realized was it's a journey. It is about finding what works for you. And just as we are all bio-individual human beings with different nutritional needs, we are bio-individual minds and spirits. And one meditative practice is not the right meditative practice for everybody.
All right,
so I encourage you to find your own. Yes.
We're at a conference and we have to get back into it.
I know, we have to get back in there. But one thing I wanted to tell you is about that, you know, doodling is my favorite meditation. And so Keesha has a great book. And so I encourage you to check out her book as well, because the two go great together.
So go to Amazon and you can get Beyond Meditation.
Yes.
And it's just a fantastic resource. I gave it out in my last retreat. You probably don't know this.
No.
To every participant in my last retreat.
Wow, thank you.
Yes, I did. And I also gave out my new coloring book, which is called Mystic Medicine Mandala Adult Coloring Book, which is a great meditative practice because you can't be tense, you can't be anxious if you're coloring. So it lets you listen to your feedback, it allows you to really breathe, it allows you to get back into a space of love. So it's a great holiday gift. Again, it's on Amazon too. Have a great one, everybody.
Bye.